welcome along to this week's my live tonight at 7. Always such a fun time, and I really look forward to sharing some different ideas and techniques with you. And tonight we're going to be doing partial embossing, which is just another fun way you can use your embossing folders. So let's pop over to the desk and we will get started. Let me see, here we go. Right, so welcome along. Lovely to have you here. One of the stamp sets I wanted to use tonight was the, let me just move that over a little bit, was the Phrases for All stamp set. Fantastic if you really, really want to have oh, hi, Julie, welcome. Lovely to have you here before you go off to Fiji. Sometimes you want to say something and you want to say it really big, and you really want to say it was something, a large sentiment. So really, really like this for that very reason. And as you can see, the sentiments are big. Thank you. Happy birthday. Congrats. I've got some other samples I'll show you at the end of this video. But I love the little extras that you can add to it as well. You're all kinds of amazing. Let's pop some bubbly. That's very appealing. And yeah, so it's a fun stamp set. And the other stamp set we're using tonight, just for the flowers, is the two-tone flora, which is another fabulous set as well. Okay. Good morning, Lena. Good morning from Canada. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. Okay, so what we need to do first, now I've already done this, so I'm always into reusing things. Last week I was reusing the cellophane bags. Now I have cut these down to size. These are the backs that you get from your DSP, the card, that sort of stuff that you get from that sort of thing. So I'm just straight, that's going to annoy me, those lines. Just keep them. I keep them for all sorts of things. One of the good things is if you're doing a whole lot of kits, you can make them to size to wrap your ribbon around and cut them, but also you can use it for this technique. So I have gone ahead and cut this out already from the, these are from the Countryside Inn, and these are called the Countryside Corner dies. And I have just cut that size out of both of these. And I've also cut it out of a mask with using the masking paper. Now this masking paper is fantastic. From a rainy UK, well, I wouldn't be surprised. It shouldn't be raining there. You've got lovely summer. We've got hail and rain. It's just terrible. We're in the middle of winter though. This is really sticky, which is fantastic, but I always recommend you actually just take it off a bit, take the sticky off a bit, because sometimes it can pull your cardstock a little bit. So this is the prep, and I'm going to show you. I don't often bring my embossing machine on to my make sure that hopefully it focuses on that all right. So for this one, you only need your big white plate and one of these clear plates for this. You don't need your embossing plate, even though we're going to be using a 3D folder, because when you put these things in, it really does. Actually, let me move that over a little bit so you can see. I'm going to pop these two inside the folder like so, and then I've got some basic white cut to the same size. Just make sure that that's in the middle. So that's all you're doing, is you're putting that underneath, you're putting your cardstock on top, and then closing it obviously, and then we're going to run it through. So I've just used two, and I find that works well. All right, there we go. Whoops. And let's get rid of that. I didn't shake the table too much, that's good. Now, hopefully you're going to be able to see this. So where I have the hole in the card stock, the card that was underneath, it's not embossed. So it gives us this beautiful, in actual fact, I've done it wrong because we're supposed to stamp first. So let me go and get another piece of basic white. Oh my goodness. See, I'm too busy gas bagging wanting to show you the technique. That's all right, you get to see it twice. Just showing you the technique there. Now we'll have to do the real thing. Okay, so let's start again. I have got these. Isn't it funny? I knew tonight I was going to do something wrong, but that's okay. You get to see the technique twice, so there's a bonus in that. So I'm going to pop this on top of my white cardstock, and I'm going to pop this. That's why I was showing you the masking paper. Now I'm going to put that on there like so. Right, this is the one. We are going to get some ink colours here going. I've got some, this is Pebble Path, and I've got to remember to stamp off. So the masking is because I'm going to add that to there, and I don't want it too strong. This is another color palette I used, and okay, and then I'll shut everything because I'm not very good at not getting things into right, I might do Coastal Cabana next. So these are the stamps from the two-tone flora, and this I will do in full strength. This is in Coastal Cabana, and I'm gonna just stamp that over there, and over there. Okay, and I've got Moody Mauve, which I'm starting to like a bit more. I think the more you use things too, isn't it? You get to like things when you see how pretty they are. Okay, and I'm going to do this one in full strength, and I'll do another one here, and just pale. So once again, and then with this one, just going to wipe it down. Just going to use some of this. I did a project on the weekend at Extravaganza, or the last 2 weekends, and oh, thank you, Linda. Hello, lovely to have you here. Yes, nice and bright, aren't they? Using this wild wheat, and I really do like it now, I must admit. So yes, I think it is a lovely addition. Not all, I wouldn't do something totally in it probably, but I do like it. Oops, I've got a bit of ink on there. It's all right. Now, last one. I do like it as an addition like this. I think it's lovely. Okay, last one. Give this some leaves. Stamping off. This is Old Olive. And I'm just going to add some leaves. Get that mess I've made there. And do one off the, whoops, stamp off, Karen. Get too busy gas bagging like I did before. And stamp off. And let's do one there. So I showed you before how to do it just on plain paper. See, I did it on purpose, you see, to show you. And now I'm going to show you that you can do it even when you have stamped. Not Karatani poop anymore. No, it's not Karatani poop anymore. I know, that's what I did call it. Hi, Brenton. Lovely to have you here. What I love about this masking sort of thing, when you do something like this and you reveal it, it always is such a nice look. So when you take that off, it doesn't look quite so messy, does it? It looks much better. Now I'm going to get my magic rubber here somewhere. And I thought I had it handy. No. Oh, well, I have to do it later. Oh, here it is. Got it. This is a sand eraser. So good to have this, and the two things that you need is this is a glue remover rubber, and this is a sand eraser for ink. It says for ink, and they are such essential items to have in your kit. I'm always getting ink on my fingers or something like that, and so good just to be able to. You've got to be quite gentle though. And there's a bit there, but that's all right. Okay, let's get back to embossing this. Again, you get to see it twice. So this time, let's pop those stamps over there. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put that right over so you can see. Put that right over there, and I just want to make sure that it's right where I haven't got any of the stamping, and popping it in there, and then I'm going to run it through. Where did I put the plate? Underneath. Okay, one of those nights, obviously. Okay. And once again, let's just move this out the way. And this time, I have got it on there, if you can see. Can you see that gorgeous pattern there? Hopefully you can. And that's using stamping as well. So either way works really well. And we're going to now add the sentiment, and that sentiment is going to go on that flat area. And I need my foam mat that I've just taken down. Okay, so this is Pebbled Path again. Make sure I get it even. Happy birthday. And then I'm going to use one of those cute little sentiments and make sure I get it up the right way. It's one of those nights I probably wouldn't. You're all kinds of amazing. Here we go. Right. Let's make some space over here. And start putting the card together. Okay, so I have got some gold ribbon that I'm going to use. Let me just grab it. I've just cut a little bit off here. I'm going to pop that just around there. Okay, then I've got some dimensionals, of course. I must admit I haven't been using as much ribbon lately. I tend to be using twine. Just, I guess, you have different phases of what you like, but yeah, I've just really not been into the big bows and things like that. Oops. Okay. Just make sure that that ribbon is good. You love the ear. It's great, isn't it? It's just so quite easy, really, but it's just so effective. You don't want to have too many layers and labels and things on your card. You can do it. I've got a couple of samples after this to show you some different ideas as well. Okay. I will just get these off. So I tend to like putting dimensionals, and as you can see, I like dimensionals. I know some people are frugal. I like my dimensionals. And if I've got ribbon behind my project, I like to pop it up on dimensionals. Okay. Just so that there's no bulge. I've just got a very fine margin on this one today. There we go. And then we will tie the bow. So this is called the satin edged ribbon. I just really think it's gorgeous. Okay. I'm always over generous when I cut the ribbon for a bow, so don't look. Do not look. Okay. And then I always tie it upside down. So, because I tend to do rabbit's ears, and I find that that comes down better. And I know I watch other people do bows, make it look very easy. Okay. And we'll chop that off. So just fiddle with it till you're happy. A bit shorter than that. Okay. Right. And lastly, but not least, of course, we have our embellishments. Now these are the ombre matte decorative, and these are Coastal Cabana. I'm going to have to fiddle with that a little bit more to make it tighter, I think. It's probably why I like twine. It's easier. There we go. Okay. You love your dimension. I know. I use heaps. Some people cut them in half, and I just don't like having dips in mine. So yes, I tend to be very generous with mine. Okay, now I've got my tool here I should be using. I will get that out because I'm going to mix and match here. And these are my favourite at the moment, Adhesive Back Sparkle Gems. And I'm going to add a bit of gold. Add a bit of gold. I have to get out my... Okay. And might put one. Let me see. Oop. There's a little spot there I can cover. And do I do 3? No, I might do 3. I might do another little one of these up here. There we go. So that is your card with partial embossing, and it doesn't take too long. It's very effective. I think you just stamp directly on the card. I've got some other ones to share with you. This is using a different colour palette. This is using still Coastal Cabana and Calypso Coral and Petal Pink for that one. No saggy spots here, no saggy spots. This one you can, so it's not limited to, see that's coming undone. See, bows. I'll have to use some glue dots. They're always handy for that. This one is using die cuts instead. So this says thank you, and die cuts instead of stamping. So you're not limited to stamping. You can, even if you wanted to make it plain, actually, you could do that. Just have the embossing and the words. But that is using die cuts. Now, this is another, this was done by Leslie Scott at a recent team retreat we had. And this is partial embossing. She spritzed this colour in the flat piece and added these dies on that. So that's another very effective way that you can do that embossing. So that's fantastic. And just I've got a couple of cards to share with you using this phrases for all stamp set. A friend of mine, Helen Wigham, she designed these gorgeous cards. Look how she's used this, which I thought was great. There's a line there and hearts, and she's made a little checkerboard there with that. I thought that was very clever. And she also did this masculine card with the happy birthday, and that heart's part of the stamp as well. So I hope you enjoyed that tonight, and I hope you give it a go. It really is fun. I just do love the another way you can do it too, and I've seen done by Michaela Tithridge from who's also artisan. She actually coloured in that part there with a scene and blended and did all sorts of things. So you can use it for lots of different ways. So take care, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and love it if you would give it a go. And if you've got your bonus dollars, now is the time to spend them. You've got all month to spend those bonus dollars. So if you wanted to contact me with any ideas of what you want to use them on, then please feel free. Otherwise, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.